These 10 cars are quietly appreciating right now, and most people are completely sleeping on them. While everyone's chasing air-cooled Porsches and Skylines, smart money is already moving into these modern classics before prices explode. Here's what you should actually be buying in 2026. Here's the thing about future classics. By the time everyone agrees a car is collectible, you've already missed the boat entirely. Right now, we're in a sweet spot where the last great analog sports cars are still affordable. But that window is closing fast. Very fast. These are cars built at the end of an era, before turbocharging became mandatory, before electrification, before every performance car turned into a 2-ton SUV. The people who bought E30 M3S for $15,000 20 years ago were laughed at. Now, those cars are worth 6 figures. History is about to repeat itself. Let's count down. Number 10. Ford Focus RS MK1. 212 horsepower, a turbocharged 2-litre, aggressive rally sport styling, and a limited run of just over 4,000 units. While everyone obsesses over the Mark II and III, the original is the purest and rarest. Why it'll appreciate, homologation specials always become valuable. This was built to legitimize Ford's World Rally Championship program, and that motorsport pedigree matters. It's also the only front-wheel drive car on this list. Current prices sit between $12,000 and $20,000. You want Imperial Blue, low miles, full service history, and the Quaife differential. Watch out for clutch wear, turbo health, and rust in the rear arches. A sketchy example will cost you more than you saved. Number 9. Mercedes C63 AMG W204. The last naturally aspirated V8 AMG before everything went turbo. 451 horsepower from a 6.2-litre hand-built engine screaming to 7,000 RPM. The current C63 uses a 4-cylinder hybrid. When people realize what they've lost, values will spike. Look at what happened to the CLK 63 Black Series. Same trajectory. Prices range from $30,000 to $55,000. Get the 2012 to 2014 facelift with the Performance Package Plus. Running costs are serious. Budget $10,000 annually. The M156 engine can develop headbolt issues, so factor in preventative work up front. Number 8. Nissan GT-R R35, pre-2012. Sub 3 second 0 to 60. Nürburgring times that embarrassed supercars twice the price. All-wheel drive traction that made anyone feel like a hero. Early cars are the purest, lighter, more mechanical, less electronic nannying. Godzilla isn't coming back. The R35 was the last true GT-R, and early examples represent peak Japanese performance engineering. First-year cars are already creeping up. You're looking at $60,000 to $85,000 for clean examples. Avoid heavily modified cars. Stock is king for appreciation. Without service records, you're buying a ticking time bomb. Number 7. Honda NSX NC1, 2nd Gen. Most people dismiss this as not a real NSX because it's hybrid and lacks a manual. That's exactly why it's undervalued. 573 horsepower, handling that embarrasses most supercars, and build quality that shames Italian exotics. It's a technological masterpiece that sold terribly, meaning rarity. Only about 3,000 were built globally. When the market realizes this is the last truly special Honda performance car, prices will correct sharply upward. Current range, $110,000 to $150,000. Just find low miles and perfect history. They're all fully loaded. Number 6. Porsche 987, Boxster Spider. Porsche stripped out the radio, air conditioning and sound deadening, added a manually operated fabric roof and the Cayman S powertrain. 320 horsepower, 2,600 pounds, zero electronic distractions. It's the last analog Boxster, rawer and rarer than the 981 Spider that followed. Only about 1,500 were made worldwide. Porsche Spiders always appreciate. Look at the 550 or the Carrera GT. Prices sit between $65,000 and $90,000. PDK cars are worth less than manuals. Get sport exhaust, sport chrono, and a pre-purchase inspection at a Porsche specialist. Number 5. Ferrari 458 Spider. 462 naturally aspirated horses to 9,000 RPM, a dual-clutch gearbox that redefined shifting, and Pininfarina styling at the peak of their powers. This is the last naturally aspirated mid-engine V8 Ferrari, ever. The 488 and F8 that followed are turbocharged, and that reality is starting to move prices. Clean examples have already jumped 30% in 2 years. You're looking at $250,000 to $320,000. Avoid accident history and deferred maintenance. Running costs approach $20,000 annually, but if you're buying this as an investment, you're not daily driving it. Number 4. BMW E92 M3 V8 Manual. 414 horsepower from a 4-litre V8, revving to 8,300 RPM. The only M3 ever built with a V8. The manual makes it rarer still. Most buyers ordered the DCT. It's the last hydraulic steering M3, the last naturally aspirated M3, and arguably the best-sounding M car ever built. Manual examples in clean condition are becoming genuinely hard to find. Prices range from $35,000 to $60,000. Competition package cars command a premium. Budget $3,000 immediately for rod bearings if it hasn't been done, and another $2,000 for throttle actuators. Number 3. Audi R8 V10 Gen 1 Manual. 525 horsepower from a Lamborghini-derived V10, a gated 6-speed shifter, and everyday usability no Italian supercar can match. Audi only made this combination for 3 years. Of those, maybe 500 came to the US manual. V10 supercars are extinct. They're already selling 30% over DCT equivalents and climbing. You're looking at $110,000 to $150,000. Suzuka Grey or Phantom Black are iconic specs. Avoid the R-Tronic entirely. It's a deal killer. Number 2. BMW 1M Coupe E82. 6,309 built globally, 1 year only, 2011. BMW created it almost as an afterthought. Twin-turbo straight-six, compact dimensions, driving dynamics that made the E46 M3 feel dated. The mythology is real. It's the last small BMW M car. Values have already tripled from MSRP, and clean examples will crack 6 figures within 5 years. Current pricing, $55,000 to $85,000. Alpine White or Valencia Orange. Verify it's completely stock. Modifications destroy value here. Walk away from anything with accident history. Number 1. Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. 730 horsepower. Naturally aspirated 6.3-litre V12. 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. 211 miles per hour, and it's criminally undervalued. This is the last front-engine V12 Ferrari built without turbos or hybrid systems. The 812 Superfast that replaced it is faster, but less pure. The F12 is the final naturally aspirated V12 Grand Tourer Ferrari will ever build, and most collectors haven't caught on yet. F12s currently sit between $250,000 and $350,000. That's a bargain for what you're getting. Annual maintenance approaches $20,000, but as an investment, this is the most undervalued Ferrari of the past decade. Full stop. 10 cars. All the last of something. Last naturally aspirated engines. Last manual transmissions. Last hydraulic steering. Last cars built before regulations killed driving engagement forever. The window to buy at reasonable money is closing fast. Buy now or spend the next decade regretting it. Drop a comment below telling me which one you'd pull the trigger on first, and subscribe if you want more picks before the market catches up. See you in the next one.